children. And it's sad, to see this. And a lot of it has to do with the parents. The parents are just not being there. These men are not raising their children like they should. They're running off, having these kids by all these different women. These women are trying to play both roles. You got a man like me who's trying to raise 2 children on my own. It's just the family structure is not the way God intended for it to be. And when things are out of line with the way God, out of alignment with what God ordained, then there's always going to be confusion. There's always going to be disorder in the home. So we have to, this thing has really, really, we got to stand up for what's right. And the good thing about it, what was a blessing to me, is all of those kids that bullied me, I forgave them. And I can remember it, even into my adulthood, into my, from being a child and growing up, from being a kid, it affected me. A lot of the bullying affected my confidence level all the way up into my 20s and 30s, where I just had low self-esteem because of some of the things that were said to me as a child, in those classrooms, and some of the things that those teachers let happen to me, but the good thing is through the grace of God, one of the brothers, we actually are friends now. I've got his phone number. I call him sometimes, and I was like, man, I'm praying for you. I've been witnessing to him. I'm believing that God is going to fill him with the Holy Spirit. I'm believing, I'm standing on that he's going to give his life to Christ. And a lot of those kids that mess with me, they paid for it. God dealt with them, Some of them are dead now. Some of them been locked up. Some of them still in jail, Some of them, experienced things because of what they did. So, for those of you children that are being abused that are believers, trust in God, believe in God, pray, stay in your word, talk to your parents about it, talk to the teachers about it. If the teachers don't listen the first time, keep being persistent. Parents, get involved. Fathers, don't call your child a sissy just because he can't stand up to a bully. Well, it's hard to defend yourself against 3, 4, 5 people, So we've got to, listen to your children. Get involved. Don't ignore what's saying, because I don't want to see another Tyler